So I am just here tonight for a quick little video. I wanted to do. I have like these little like skits that I came up with. One of them, ChatGPT helped me with. Oh hey kitty, there's Clarice. Hi Clarice. It's gonna be called "Time Is Not Real, But You Are," and then I have another one just to be silly. That's called "The Moon Has a Crush on You." So look out for those. But anyway, I just wanted to come on just for a second to do just to tell you about this book. And this is completely random because I'm working a 4-hour shift tonight. I am working a 4-hour shift, 4 hours from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. So I'm kind of spoiled tonight, I guess, because when I get back I can watch shows hopefully and chill and have a night off, and then I'm off tomorrow as well. But I don't have a lot of time because I need to give myself enough time to carry out the trash and stop and get my iced mocha from Dunkin' Donuts. So because even on a 4-hour shift we still get our iced coffee, our iced latte today. Okay, anyway, so I'm gonna keep adjusting this. I have it like kind of in black and white today. I just woke up, threw my hair up, and I brushed my hair, threw it up in a bun, put chapstick on, and I have a tiny bit of eyeshadow, but you probably can't see it. So I would have, I wanted to do the skit that I was telling you about when I have my hair like curled, or at least when I have some makeup on. And I don't have the skit to reference anyway, so I just thought I'd talk about a random book. This book is kind of an older book. I'm gonna show it to you. It is called E Squared by Pam Grout. Pam Grout. E Squared. Okay, I'm gonna read you the back. I'm gonna read you the front and the back. So wait, let me tell you something about it first, okay? So there's actually since been another book called E Cubed, but she does energy experiments. She's kind of a new age, new thought, type author. So let me read you the front first. 9 do-it-yourself energy experiments that prove your thoughts create your reality. 9 do-it-yourself energy experiments that prove your thoughts create your reality. Okay, let me read you the back. And after I read you the back, I'll tell you a quick little story of two of the experiments that I did years ago. Sorry. I was cleaning before I jumped on here. Okay. E Squared could be described as a lab manual with simple experiments that prove reality is malleable. Reality is malleable. Consciousness trumps matter. And you shape your life with your mind to some degree. Yes, you read that right. It says prove. The 9 experiments, each of which can be conducted with absolutely no money and very little time expenditure, demonstrate that spiritual principles are as dependable as gravity. Spiritual principles are as dependable as gravity. I love that. As consistent as Newton's law of motion. Rather than take it on faith, E Squared universe is limitless, abundant, and strangely accommodating. We already kind of referenced that in the back of the book. So there was one where you could pick like a series of numbers, for example, that you wanted to keep seeing. And if memory is correct, it might have been that you could have picked green cars, or you could pick the numbers 222 or 2s or 4s or whatever. And I really have always believed in angel numbers, and 222 is always the angels are with you kind of a sign. So I think I'll find you the name of the experiment. But I picked 2s. Not specifically 222, but any 2s really. And the idea was that you gently and pleasantly ask, to see this, what you focus on, you will see, kind of an idea. And I had used to see license plates with 222 on it here and there. And so when I saw that, I was driving to work in the city. This is back when I had a rough commute. And I saw a city bus, and it had like a few 2s on it. And I thought, okay, wow. Also, you give like a time limit, it's like a 72-hour experiment kind of a thing, according to her book. So I didn't see, up until that bus, I hadn't seen anything, and I was on my day 3, I think. And so, needless to say, excuse me, I'm just adjusting. Needless to say, I was getting frustrated, but I was all excited because, I was reassured. Because I saw the 2s on the bus, and I thought, okay, alright, the experiment works. I get it, it's working. So, I smiled, but I wasn't impressed, I'm going to be honest. I kind of hid it. I was alone in my car, but I was like, okay, I did this whole experiment, and I'm just seeing some 2s on the back of a bus. That's no different than anything in the past, And then and then after that, after the bus went through the light, I looked up to my left, and there was a billboard. I don't remember ever noticing it before, and it just had a phone number, and I swear it was 222, the middle numbers. The middle numbers were 222, and then it was 2222, and I could not help but burst into laughter, because I thought the universe has a sense of humor, or the energy, God energy, whatever word suits you best. But it was kind of there in your face, you wanted some 2s there. You didn't trust that I could deliver that if you focused on it. But I do think sometimes when we have erroneous or stressful beliefs, if you believe that money only flows to rude people, just making that up, then you're going to see a lot of rude people with expensive cars or expensive stuff. And first of all, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have a lot of money, but you're going to kind of see what you believe. It's going to be reflected back to you. And I know that's a simplistic version, but I do think you'll notice that when you're angry, more stuff to be angry about seems to show up, and when you're grateful, more stuff to be grateful about seems to show up. So there's definitely something to it, right? There was one other one I did, which is a little bit more controversial, but it was you're kind of it doesn't say you're trying to communicate telepathically, but you're basically trying to send a mental message to somebody that you're close to. And I had my best friend or my cousin, we were both into this kind of stuff, so I picked her. And she very rarely ever came over to my apartment back then, but she was stopping over. And we kind of had this thing where I was the one that would buy Dunkin' Donuts coffee, not her. I would buy Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts, and she would make it at home. She would be the responsible one, and she would make it, and it would be really good. Always was really good. But she didn't, once in a while, if we were going on a trip, if we were driving 3 or 4 hours somewhere, we would stop and get coffee, or if we were going out for the day. But she wouldn't buy it. She would come over and ask me to make it. But that day, I sent this mental message for her to stop and get us coffee. And she showed up with coffee and told me that she had this this sense that she should stop and do it. And I thought that was so funny. I was like, whoa, that's wild. Anyway, I'm gonna have to stop because it is 6:18 and I have to be to work at 7, and I